Well, hello guys, pardon the mess. I'm working on a Cub 5254, which happens to have the 812 loader on it. Not too many videos posted online about this specific tractor, but it is well known for, at least anyone that knows how to turn a wrench, it is well known for its transmission issues, which a lot of the parts are made in China, if not almost all of them. You can see a lot of the bearings here, China stamped right there. However, a lot of shops will not touch this tractor because of how complicated they claim that the transmission is to work on. So if you look inside here, I already have it tore down, of course, but it's not that hard. I mean, a lot of the work was just getting it off the frame. But that's some of it back together. But what happened was, actually, let's go back over here to the internal differential. This, which I'll put some pictures up, there were a couple bolts that worked loose. They were sticking out halfway. Well, first of all, the PTO quit completely last fall, and I didn't really, I knew something was wrong, but I didn't really feel like splitting this whole case because I never really used the PTO on this tractor anyway. I mainly just used the loader on the front. Well, the PTO quit, and the PTO output shaft right there was seized up and wouldn't move, so I knew something was jammed up on the inside. Moving along a little further, later in the winter, the transmission just quit moving. You could just hear it grinding. And what had happened was the where the hydrostatic drive comes into this bevel gear, you can clearly see it's all ground up. And this is just chewed to hell. So I was actually able to find the parts, considering that they're hard to find. It was pretty reasonable. Brand new, bought a new bevel set. They were like around 170 a piece just for that little gear. And then this gear as well. So like I said, I already have some of this started here. But nice and perfect right now in there. So I still got to keep putting everything together here. But another thing that happened, well, like I was talking about earlier, when that bolt came through, there's a gear that rides right here. You can see where the bolt got caught in that gear, just slammed up against the case. I actually think I have the bolt right there. And like I said before, that bolt came out of this differential. So it worked its way loose, spun around. You can see some other damage where it tore up, when it was just flying around, where it tore up inside the case here, because that differential sits right here. And then there's another shaft that comes up for the drive. It rides again between the differential and right here, I believe. But it's actually pretty easy to work on. I'm very, very surprised. The hydrostatic comes out separately. That mounts right over here. And that's all separate. So all you have to do is take that off. You don't have to like take it apart as long as it's working fine. But yeah, those little bolts caused all that damage and tore this up. So the main point of this video is, one, don't be afraid. If you're pretty handy, don't be afraid to work on this thing, because it's actually not that bad. And the schematics online, you can go to any place that online that typically sells Cub Cadet products can have they'll have a parts diagram. The parts diagram shows you exactly where everything goes. So all the little shims, for example, there's a thrust bearing right here that goes down here. And I was slapping this together and forgot to put the thrust bearing in. Noticed there was some slot between the bevel gears sat here. So I looked at the diagram and thought, oh, perfect. Thrust bearing goes right there. So it's actually pretty straightforward. If you follow that diagram to a T, print it off and bring some out to the shop with you, it'll, it maps everything out for you perfectly. So it may look like a lot, but a lot of these are the old bearings I'm not using anymore. And that's another thing for parts replacement. You can get on eBay, Amazon, or Napa even, and look for that bearing number right there, and they'll be able to get you that bearing. Usually, I bought all American bearings for this tractor, or for this transmission. So Timken, well, actually, I bought some. Some of them came that were Chinese. I didn't end up using them, but Koyo is a Japan bearing manufacturer. They're really good. Timken's American made. It's good. May want to get some new snap rings. There's lots of snap rings in this thing, but that want to break. But I mean, as far as disassembly, like these gears, for example, there's only there's only one place really that each part goes on. This slides right on here and you'll know. But again, if you follow the diagram, you can't get it wrong. So is it a hard job? Yeah. Is it impossible? No. I just find it funny that that no shop would touch this thing. No shop would. I said, I don't care about the money. I just don't have the time to do it. And they still wouldn't do it. So let me know what you think. A couple pictures on just so you guys can see, if you are working on this, what the inside of the case looks like. And I don't think I have a picture of the bolt that was when it was inside the transmission, but like I said, around that PTO gear, it got bent up and shoved up against the case. Luckily it didn't break the case, because I don't know if I'll ever be able to find a case easily for that. But again, thank you guys, and hopefully if anyone out there is working on a transmission like this, let me know. Thank you.